It's getting really exciting on the car. It feels like we're so close to the finish line, even though not really. Today I'm going to try and jump in and get the front suspension in. In front of me is pretty much all the parts that I need. We've cleaned up the suspension components as best as we can. There's a few other little pieces that we've cleaned up as well, like this front skid plate and stuff like that. If you want to see us installing our rear suspension or get any more details on any of these Ironman parts that we're using, check out our video here. So I've got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours today, and I'm going to try and finish it all off. Measure how high off the bumper is off the ground so I can see how much of a lift we get out of the new suspension. I forgot to do that on the back because we took the back wheels off so long ago. It's 44 centimeters off the ground. The Toyota sign's 84 centimeters off the ground. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Let's just get it up as high as we go.
So where do we start?
Good question. I'm not totally sure which way round, like which way is the front and which way is the back on these. On the back suspension, we worked it out because there's a distance difference between the pin and the front and the back of the spring. So we're just going to copy the back. And so basically this was the one that went on the inside spring hanger. So we're just going to run with that and make sure this is the front. First step, I'm just going to put some grease on these bushings and get them into the springs.
Is there such thing as too much grease?
These are anti-inversion shackles. We've done a whole video on these guys, so if you'd like to see it, check out the video up here. I'm just about to take off the plate so that I can push it through the top of the spring. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to just lift the spring up and Sophia's going to push the pin through as best she can. So you know it goes through and this part goes
Out there.
Go. The other side now?
A little bit, yeah. I'm just gonna go
push. Boom. Boom. Yeah?
It was.
It doesn't need to be ridiculous. Just get it to the point where it's tight. Like it feels tight on your hand.
Okay, it's a little tight.
Right.
Yeah, just put it in.
So
Now you need the washers and stuff.
yeah. Okay, so I'm about to use a 21mm socket to just pull this top bolt through the spring hanger. Save Soph having to hit it and potentially damaging that bolt on the other side. Okay, she's looking pretty good. Just gonna match this one up. pulled the old springs out, I noticed just how much tension this stabilizer mount was under, and it actually stops the whole diff from dropping out of the car. And when you look at how low our new springs will go, basically what this is going to do is it's going to reduce the amount of trouble that we're going to get on this front suspension. So I actually jumped online, I found an extended set of these. I'm going to chuck that in today as well if I get a chance. This little rod here, just to go into this hole that's on this plate here on this diff. So I need to like slowly lower the diff and slightly lift the spring so that these meet up and I can get this all connected up. So I'm just installing the U-bolts in. They're really long, so I can actually use the U-bolt and the bolts on the bottom of the U-bolt to lift this spring up into position right now.
That's handy.
You're really going to want a bit of grease on the end of these. And I'm actually going to put a bit of grease on here in the hope that it doesn't take all my new nice rust proofing off. Cool. So, should straighten up your shoe, right? As they tighten. Here's my drill. Should we try it? Is this moving straight at the top now? Oh my god, so the top one hasn't even come down yet, right? So, right, gotcha. So then this needs to come, ew. This one needs to come like this way, right? As I do this off. Okay. Got it. Got it. Right? Oh my god, I just did it.
Did it work?
Did it straighten up the top? Yeah, we're in.
So the drill was a good idea.
That's about time to do the shock. The shock mounts up the top here and then down onto this little stick that sticks out of the bottom of the plate that we just installed on the bottom of the springs. And it comes with bushings and everything, so we just need to grease it up and pretty much just bolt it on. It's pretty easy.